Oh, there we go. Welcome, welcome. If you could please make sure your phone is on silent, I would appreciate it. You don't need to be sorry, you are welcome. And if you need a drum, there are drums up here. Let me make sure I'm on silent. Yes, Brad, Cammie is going to be here a few minutes late, so if you can just help them when we get here. Go ahead and get some chairs. You got 2 chairs right up here. Thank you. Welcome. Happy Sunday. Let's just start with taking some breaths together. I'm real excited. I feel like a puppy whose owner just got home. Just to get the energy pulled in and contained in this beautiful sacred circle. Just let your eyelids relax. Let your body relax. And just exhale. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. And one more deep breath into your belly. Inhale. And exhale, settling in. Welcome to New Moon Shamanistic Sanctuary. This is your first time. I'm really excited that you're here. And if you've returned, I'm really excited that you're here. I'm going to walk around with a singing bowl. It is in place of smudging, just so that I don't offend anyone if they're sensitive to the smoke of anything burning. You can't open a window. Is everyone okay? Do we need to open the door again? Everyone feel okay? All right. So I invite you to just let your body be relaxed, let your eyes relax, take your gaze down or close your eyes and settle in. This is experiential spirituality. I invite you to be open to your experience today. Come on in. We have 2 chairs right up here. We've been expecting. Right on time. If you'd like to stand, and if you're not facing the wall, the beautiful sun tapestry, just face the wall with the beautiful sun tapestry. grandmothers, guardians of the East, the place of spring, rising up, blooming, resurrection, new beginnings again and again and again, reminding ourselves that there is no end without a beginning, again and again and again. As the winds cleanse and blow away, creating space for new growth, we welcome you. Welcome. And turn to your right. Grandmothers, guardians of the South. The fire that burns within each of us, our divinity, our inner soul, what excites us, what makes us feel like children, curious, playful, joyful. Teach us, remind us, it's not for when we have time for you. You are our natural way of being. Welcome. And turn to your right, please. Grandmothers, guardians of the West, where the sun sets, inviting us to slow down and be grateful and thankful for what is as it is in this moment. The waters will cleanse and carry us along the flow if we only surrender and stop struggling. Reminding us to be generous. Welcome. And turn to your right. Grandmothers, guardians of the North, the elders, the wisdom, the discernment that we gain as we go back to the earth, putting our feet into the ground, remembering our true mother, and being grateful, seeking the wisdom of all of those that have walked before us, inviting the winter without resistance. Welcome. Above Father Sky, our true Father, our one Father, full of awe and wonderment and mystery. And below Mother Earth, our true Mother, our one Mother, providing everything you need in abundance, forgiving and loving unconditionally. And the Creator expressing through you that is all that is. The Creator that exists in all that is. If it is not here, we are not here. The great mystery within you. Welcome. Amen. And you can take a deep breath and have a seat. Oh, goodness, today is just so glorious. I'm so glad to see you. I'm always mindful not to catch myself on fire. So y'all help me too with that. There we go. Would you like a drum? We have drums over here to borrow. Yes. Yes. I took your silence as yes. Thank you. Would you like a drum or a rattle? Drum? Anyone else like a drum or a rattle? Just give me a hand up. Everyone good?
Take a rattle with me.
Got a rattle? I do.
Maybe two.
Do you want like the egg and the soul rattle?
I want both.
Both. Actually, we were together when those.
We were.
That's the car. Right. So we're going to do a little drumming. We'll do a little singing and just to raise the vibration and create that collective effervescence that our souls desire, and it's magic. Wherever you are, right in this moment, we can transcend that with the drum. I'm going to take a drink of water. After we drum for a little bit, we're going to start with a song that's in the front of the songbook. If you have a songbook, if you need one, you can raise your hand and Brad will get you one. But I'll tell you, if you want to just listen and follow along, you don't really need the songbook unless you feel more comfortable with it. We're going to start after we get some drumming with the Cherokee Morning Song, and it translates as, I am of great spirit, it is so. Okay? And it's a beautiful rhythmic chant that we will. But first we're going to drum. So we're just going to do a 4-count beat. I'll get us going and then you join in. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can start shaking wherever you the shakers. The rattle, there you go. Lizzie, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day. You can follow along. It's easy. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This wonderful. I messed up, baby. I'm sorry. This healing day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Let's say thank you. Oh, so grateful, so grateful, so grateful. I'm so grateful, so grateful, so grateful. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, grateful. Oh, you're grateful, grateful. Oh, you're grateful. You're so grateful. You're so grateful. Oh, so grateful. Oh, you're grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. You're so grateful. I'm so grateful. You're so grateful. You're so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful. Grateful, grateful, grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. So grateful. So, so grateful. Oh, and just name the drums of gratitude and love. And we'll just slow it down, bring it to a stop. I'm not feeling good. That was fun. That's that feeling. That's that feeling. Holy. Right? That's a good earworm to have. I'm so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, come on. Work with me. All right. Oh, so, I am so excited to see everyone here today. How are you doing? It's like eclipse season. A lot of things happening. It's a time of relationships to shift, and it's a time of transformation and change and all those things that a lot of us resist. Change and transformation. I'm going to move up here so I don't like having my back to anyone. So do this. Let's trust I won't sit myself. That would be a whole different kind of experience, wouldn't it? So give me just a moment because I do know myself. Brad's already like, thank you. You have the fire extinguisher. Right? Yeah, I've got the blanket ready. Yeah, so we have a beautiful egg on the altar this morning. And it is a time to look at what's coming up, and I'm not immune to that either. A lot has been coming up in my world just in the last week. And we talked last week about initiations and dark nights of the soul and how we can look at something as traumatic or as an initiation. What did I learn from it? How can I expand? How can I rise above, right? So for me, I sat with this in meditation about Easter. What is Easter to me? And it's about resurrection, rising up. So I started thinking about rising up. I don't know about you, and you and you and all of you, but I bet you have risen up multiple times in this lifetime, transformed. And what I have discovered is when I lean into it and even co-create it, it doesn't rip me apart nearly as bad, but it still rips me apart. And my beautiful friend Cami here, we did yoga teacher training together, and we both learned together the laws of transformation. And one of them, and I still practice these, one of them is be willing to come apart. Be willing. Because nature teaches me that that's a natural occurrence. It's cyclical, it's natural, and I am nature. I'm not separate from it. I am creation. I'm not separate from it. So rising up, resurrecting. I invite you to consider that you are going to go through so many deaths. You already have. If you've ever broken up with someone, if you've been with someone a long time, if you have moved out or moved somewhere, waking up in a different place, like the person you were then is transcending and transforming into a new version of you, but you are all that is. You're infinite. You're not your ideas, your beliefs. So it's flowing with that. But if we resist, oh, this is different, we create suffering. We create separation. And in shamanism, I practice and teach that there is no separation. And I had an experience this week that I want to talk on briefly. I'm going to be careful with my words. I was given a beautiful opportunity to share shamanism, the concept, the practice, my understanding with others that aren't capable of comprehending this way of thinking.
Yeah.
And through my research of, because I love to research, indigenous spirituality, I have found a way to experience the Creator. This is not a godless place. I'm not a godless woman. I do trust in a higher power that is amazing to have in my life. And I work with spirits that are high vibration because I'm high vibration. I trust if you're here, you've had spiritual experiences, right? And I was told that anything outside of one experience was demonic. And I had an opportunity to shed, because this is why I'm bringing this up. Last week we talked about trauma and initiations. I could have left and said I was traumatized and it triggered my trauma, because it did. It made me cry. I felt demonized and rejected. That's how I felt. And so I looked at that little girl inside me that's still there, that's like, oh, baby, come here, it's okay. They don't understand. And I was able to stay in this place of love instead of getting defensive, which is what was projected onto me, was defensive. So I started thinking, why do we do this work? Why do we keep dying and rising and dying and rising? Why don't we just die and stay down, right? Why? And I imagine some of you probably felt like, I'm just going to stay down. I have. I'm just going to stay down. But you're all sitting here, so you apparently chose to get up. Why? Well, I got an answer, and it's not so I can hide at home. It's not so Angela can just go and be by herself and not be bothered by all the others that aren't on the same wavelength or drinking from the same well or not aware. Because I know it can feel like isolating, rejection. It can feel like rejection. I hear this a lot with people that even have come here. They're afraid that their families will think it's a cult. And I understand that because there are some that are not going to understand. If it's not one thing, it can only be the other thing in some people's minds. And I'm coming to understand it's not about me being understood. Because I understand I'm part of all that is. I don't need you to understand me in that way. And so it's pretty amazing when you get that opportunity to look at something as, oh, that was a trauma or that was an initiation. I could have ran out of there angry, crying, and that would have been okay. But I stayed in kindness and love, and I cried when I got to my car. I did. I cried like a little girl. And I said all the things out loud that I was feeling. I didn't shove them down because I know I'm designed, because I know everything is designed cyclical, that this is not like, man, I've done so much work, why am I crying? No, I've done so much work, so I get to cry and release this. My body is telling me, you've got energy that I need to transcend. Cry it out, baby. And all those voices that told me that that was weak, or that was not okay, or you let them get the best of you, they didn't know. They didn't know. I also got really excited because you know what? They couldn't burn me. They couldn't stake me. They couldn't follow me home. It was full circle. My mother's, my grandmother's. And I'm not angry. I don't seek to be understood. I don't even seek to be accepted. I seek to accept myself. I seek to accept that I am part of something much bigger. It isn't just about me. And I understand that we are living in a way, you'll hear me say this probably every Sunday, it's unnatural. Too busy, too loud, too fast. So rising up, why do we do it? That's what I ask. Why? Because it's funny, I thought about just, you know what, I'm going to go back under my rock. They don't like me. They don't get me. Amy even had a dream that I said, I'm done with everything. I'm leaving. And that's certainly an option for anyone, and that would be okay. But what I felt is I know that we are all spiritual warriors. Doing the work and being spiritual, on the spiritual path of awakening, which is ongoing. Awakening just means awareness, and your awareness is going to continue to expand. There is no end. Every moment is a beginning. Every moment is a beginning. A beginning. A beginning. There's no end. It's all a beginning. So I'm doing the work not so I'll be happy or I'll be rich or loved. I'm already all those things. I get out of my way. I'm finding we do the work so we can go out and be of service. So we can get out of our house and go to the places where we're misunderstood. Go to the places where we might not be liked. Because there was one person in that room that needed me there. Probably more. I needed to be there. I got to share this part. The coolest thing about this, I was on the 5th floor of a hospital on Floyd and Broadway downtown. In front of them, just like this, except not as many people. And I'm getting in my power, calling on my animals, and I look up, and through the blinds on the 5th floor, I see a turkey vulture circling. And it's one of my totems. That spirit wink. We got you. Another law of transformation is be willing to come out of your comfort zone. You remember these, right? That's another one I find that is challenging as a human. I want to hang on to that rock, probably, that's weighing me down, and saying, I can't be free. Just let go of the rock. Drop it. Be willing to get out of your comfort zone. So before I went to this gathering to share myself with these people, I was really excited. I was like, oh, this is going to be so exciting. I get to share you. If you know me, you know I love to talk about shamanism and spirituality and all of that. I get really excited. And I was excited to share how there's a lot of trauma around the word God. There's a lot of trauma around the church, not just from in this room, but generations. Like just in the 90s, Native Americans were allowed to perform their own ceremonies and rituals without fear of death. It's not been that long, you all, at all, that we could even get together. And I was forbidden to drum. I got Anya out and I was told I could not drum her. And I understand that in early organized religions, drums were forbidden. Because when we drum, did y'all feel that when we were drumming? You get in they call it a trance state, but that scares people. Let's call it a non-resistant state. You get out of your head. You get out of the busyness. You get out of the list. You get out of the worry. You get out of the loop of the conversation you had this morning or last night. And then you start receiving, because we are all interconnected and we are all an expression of all that is the divine, whatever word you want to use. Here you can use whatever word you want to use. I had a friend that called God Gomu. God of my understanding. Gomu. Because every culture pre-Christianity had an understanding and innate awareness of interconnectedness to all that is. And this expression, we express it differently, but there's that innate awareness. And what I was wanting to express here is there are those of us that have felt rejected by a certain understanding and belief, but we are still godly. We are still deserving. We are still love. Right? So getting out of the comfort zone, before I went to this meeting, I was on the phone with a friend. And I even texted one of my students who is going through right now, resisting getting out of the comfort zone. She's like on the edge of the diving board, like, I'm going to jump. And I texted her, I'm like, hey, I'm getting out of my comfort zone. And I know the commercial with the little pig. I'm like, wee, 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 wee. I was like, here we go. And then like 2 hours later, I'm crying in my car. So again, it's all about perspective. I could like, oh, that sucked and didn't go the way I planned. And I was like, ooh, if I hadn't have been excited and had the expectation, because I know expectations are premeditated resentments, I probably wouldn't have went. I'd known that what was to expect, but I also told them, and I knew because of my practice of, again, shamanism is a way of being what? In harmony with all that is, getting still, getting direction. You don't know what to do, be still, wait for direction. So I knew I was supposed to be there. It was divinely orchestrated how I even got the invitation. I even was surprised, like, do they know who they've invited? Apparently they weren't really clear. But see, that was something else higher than me orchestrating, because if they had known what was coming, they probably wouldn't have had me. So I was asked specifically, how do you tell people you are Christian? And I want to cover this here because I trust that if someone else is asking me, some of you may have this question, or you may get asked this question. And my response was, I don't say I'm Christian and I don't say I'm not. It's not relevant to me. But you will tell me I'm not Christian because of my beliefs and my practices. Like I don't qualify, but I'm not a godless person. I was asked how I would comfort the sick and the dying in comparison to a different belief or faith, because that was why I was there. What if you're coming to care for me and I have a different concept of the Creator than maybe you have had for many generations? How are you going to comfort me? So I got to have a mic drop moment and share what I would say. And it was that you are love. You're safe. There is so much love waiting for you as soon as you're right on the other side. It's okay. It's okay to be scared. Doesn't mean you're, because see, that's another thing. People with faith sometimes think if I have enough faith, I won't be scared. It's okay to be scared. I was asked that question as well. It's okay. Your love, no ifs, ands, buts about it. Don't have to be scared. And then I would drum. And I might burn a little something like sage or whatever. I didn't say that though. I'd already been told I couldn't drum. I was behaving. But I found myself meeting criticism and rejection with, it's okay. I don't need you to like me. And I'm sharing this because I can imagine that maybe some of you might face that, again, if you're somewhere like this. You might feel that in some conversations, and let me be clear, you can be Christian and practice shamanism. Absolutely. Shamanism is not a religion. It's a way of being. I would encourage Christians to explore the practice of shamanism. It's respecting nature. It's respecting our elders. It's respecting all that is. But I do talk to people in the spirit realm. And I have my whole life. Maybe you have. I have people come to me all the time that have been told, don't be doing that, little girl. That's evil. And that breaks my heart. Like, it really breaks my heart that people that love us and have the best intentions for us put that, like project that, and it breaks my heart that that was projected onto them and their mothers and fathers. Because I have generations of women that were mystics, and a few of them were put in mental hospitals because they were told it wasn't okay to have those voices and those knowings. It wasn't okay to act on them and make your potion, right? When something tells you to eat that plant, it'll make you feel better. So we are coming into a time, we're rising up again. I believe in reincarnation. I said that in the room too. And I believe in that. I don't believe there's an ending. We're infinite. What I understand is we get to choose more selectively as we keep doing the coming back. And someone's like, God, I got to keep doing this till eternity. No. But as we expand and get our awareness expanded, we don't have to come back as often. We choose to come back. Why? To be of service while we're doing work. It's not so we can stay up there. Because I've said that too, like, I'm not coming back to this place again. I don't say things like that anymore. I don't expect it to be beautiful and lovely all the time, but man, it sure is beautiful and lovely all the time. The gravity, sky, birds, ocean, forest. So when I felt like I had kind of, and going through resurrections and rising up again, anytime you're going to go through changes. You're going to go maybe, whether it's, again, someone close to us dying, transitioning to the other realm. A part of us, we go through a death as well, a new way. And sometimes we get stuck in that. People get stuck. They want to go back to the way it was. I know after a divorce, after losing a house, different things, just things happen. And think of those as Easter. Not just one day a year. But you will always have the choice to rise up. And if you don't do it in this lifespan, it's okay. Yeah, plenty of time. If somebody you love isn't getting up in your time frame, it's okay, relax. Let them stay down as long as they need to. Just love them where they are. Just love them where they are. They will get up. It's the natural law of things. Get out of your comfort zone. Practice listening to that inner voice and being brave because you are courageous. We talked about your Kate, courage, awareness, patience, and endurance. You all got it. Our ancestors rode bareback and pulled back a bow and arrow and killed their dinner. You can do so much more than you are aware. You are a spiritual warrior. You have the energy and the power of many ancestors expressing through you and around you. And I feel that in this day and age that we can come together and drum and sing and burn sage. I feel our ancestors are like, yes, yes, because I, again, study the history. It's not just Native Americans, it's around the globe. Indigenous cultures have been oppressed and assimilated or integrated. It can be both and. That's what I understand. Let me just do. Secrecy can be protection unless motivated to share the inner world. Secrecy can be protection unless motivated to share the inner world. It's from the Medicine Men of Lawassu book. We don't need to go everywhere needing to be understood. That's again seeking outside of ourselves to feel whole inside. I promise you, you'll get disappointed, and if you can handle it, then go right ahead. Accept that not everybody's going to understand you, and accept that they're right where they need to be. They don't need to be woke up. They don't need to be told the truth. They're right where they need to be. See, I'm being taught too, like, I don't need to project the same thing that's being projected on me. My way is right. No, you're right where you are, and I'm where I am, and I love you. Secrecy can be protection. So use discernment and nurture the part of yourself that might feel rejected at any time. Because it's not anybody else's job to love you, it's yours. You are love. Period. Are there any questions? Okay. We're going to shift the mood a little bit, and I'm going to ask now if there are any announcements. And then we're going to do just a short but sweet and effective and impactful visualization of meditation, imagination journey. If you have a journey practice, you may journey. If you don't, that's okay too. I invite you to just be open to what you experience. I also want to say that you are in a safe space. You are in a sacred space. The calling in the directions at the beginning, we created a sacred vessel. So again, this is not a space that is without divinity. I trust you can feel that. Any announcements? Got anything going on? Any classes? Any workshops, Amy?
I was invited to participate in a benefit concert at the end of April, on April 26th from 7 to 10 p.m. All the proceeds go to the production of a play that was written by a therapist about asking toddlers to do algebra. It's on advocacy. It's an advocacy play focused on raising awareness and improving outcomes for substance abuse disorder in Kentucky. It's about the play is about proposing a bill, which is actually a bill that is being proposed to lengthen the amount of inpatient recovery that substance abuse people can have access to with insurance. And this concert, there's going to be various vendors there also to shine a light for recovery or people that are in recovery for other services that are available. You know, there's other healing besides talk therapy. There's things like massage therapy and Reiki, and so I'm gonna be there as a vendor, just getting people to know who I am so that they can avail themselves of those services. So it's April 26th, 7 to 10 p.m. in the auditorium of St. Andrew's Church. I'm going to be sharing it on Facebook and my Instagram. And if you want to buy tickets, I have a QR code if you want to do that.
So put it in the group too, a shamanic approach. If you'll send me the link,
Okay.
put it in there as well. Any birthdays, any anniversaries? I know Lisa, she's not here, but the lady that owns this space and graciously lets us use this space, she teaches yoga here on Monday evenings. I think it's 6, Lola, is that right? Do you know? I think so, yeah. Okay. Kimmy, where are you teaching yoga at?
I teach at 502 Power Yoga.
Yes.
I'm leading a sound bowl and yin class at April 26th.
I knew you had some
So
coming up.
it's a fun day of, magic.
So if you're interested in sound bowl, get with Tammy. And we have a table up front with different cards. And again, this is a community. People have different offerings, a lot of solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, spiritualpreneurs. And if you want to check out the table up front, there are some cards. There's also some honey that Brad and I offer for purchase. It's honey we have been blending for probably 8+ years now. It has turmeric, ginger, juniper berry, and cardamom. We call it wellness honey. It's part of our own wellness regime and practice, and it's so delicious. So delicious. So if you want some honey, you can talk to Brad. After we finish here, we will, after the meditation, we'll do a little bit of drumming and singing. We will pass a basket. We are donation-based. If you feel inspired to give, we appreciate it. All donations go to paying for the space here and the growth of the sanctuary. It is our vision to expand out of this space and have lots of different offerings. And one of the other things I got inspired to, offerings like death doulas, people to come for those that are scared and maybe don't have a faith that comforts them. And weddings, I can do marry you or do sacred unions. Like we just want to have all
Marry you or bury you?
Marry you or bury you. Yes, we'll do it. That's right. Yeah, we can do it in the spirit of a different faith.
I also just, I made something for the holiday. They're little bunny bags.
Oh,
And the things that are in it are for meditation.
thank you.
Yes, they're on the table, and
Thank you.
if I need more, I have some in the car.
Thank you, Cindy.
I made bunny bags for the grandkids. I was like, oh, let me. I just got.
We appreciate
I got inspired, so
I love
I tried to
that.
make some for.
I love inspiring generosity. We are happy to inspire you and gracious to receive your gift. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else see all that stuff to share? Don't be shy.
I did want to say on Sunday nights, well, there's more than just Sunday nights. It's just happens to be the one I attend at Lotus Wellness.
Yes.
And it's almost to Fern Creek. It's right there at William Mary, at Fairmont, Bardstown Road. But I go to they have sound bowl, they have Reiki, they have massage.
Yes.
I go to a restorative yoga class most Sunday nights at 6. So it's a very facility with a lot of different close, a lot of different things to offer.
And Shelley's cards, the Lotus Counseling Center, the cards are up there. And that reminds me, which it's kind of early to announce it, but I will while I'm thinking of it. June 1st at the Lotus Counseling Wellness Center, I am participating, and this is a rare occurrence. I am participating in a psychic pop-up fair, so I'll be doing readings. And I don't do these events often. Very rarely do I do them, but I felt inspired to do this one. So I'll announce that more as we get closer. June will be here before we know it. All right. Everyone good? All right. So just go ahead. Oh, and real quick, after we close here, we'll have soup and sourdough bread. It is potato soup. I will say I did use butter and a little bit of flour if you have food intolerances, but there's no, I used almond milk, making sure there's no meat in it. Just letting everyone know what's there. Sourdough bread is sourdough bread. That's a freebie. And then after that, we'll have a talking circle. You're welcome to stay. Don't feel obligated. Start getting yourself comfortable. Let your eyelids relax. And also, I'd like to announce, Brad and I have decided that if you would be interested, we live about 7 minutes from here. And Brad has created a beautiful spiral labyrinth in our yard, and the trees are just bursting with new life and excited. And if you would like to be our guest, after we get things cleaned up here, we can give you the address and you're welcome to come and spend some time on the grounds. It is in a residential area, but the house was built in the 1800s, and we have senior trees, and we'll build a fire in the chimenea. If you want to do a little fire ceremony, we can have that option for you. So if you're interested in that, again, just see Brad and I, that'll be after the talking circle, so you may have other plans. That is fine. And just let your eyelids relax. And just begin taking deep, full breaths into your belly. When I say into your belly, just take a full breath in and feel your belly expand like it has a balloon in it. And when you exhale, just allow your belly to fall. And with each exhale, just allow yourself to relax a little bit deeper. I am going to count down from 20 to 1 just to take us from the beta state to the more relaxed alpha state. You can just follow the numbers. If you want to imagine you're walking down a flight of stairs, and with each number, you're going deeper and deeper into a state of relaxation and also into your imagination. So create an image in your mind of a portal or a door that is the entryway to your imagination. A land where anything is possible. A world where everything is as it should be. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, don't forget to breathe, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And imagine that you are stepping through this portal or this doorway into your imagination. And as you step through, you find yourself actually in a hallway. And in this hallway are multiple doors. Just allow them to come into your mind. They can look any way, any color. Maybe they're made of different materials. Maybe they all look the same. And behind each door is a story of a time that you metaphorically had a death, an ending. Each door is an experience that felt like an ending. And you're walking down this hallway aware of the doors, and you just walk on by. And at the end of the hallway is a warm, bright light. And you feel pulled and drawn to this light, just like a baby feels inspired to start crawling. It's an inner knowing. It's a knowing that this is the right way. This is the next move. As you move closer to that light at the end of the hallway, your insides get excited. You feel like a child. And maybe you even start to skip or run and laugh. This laughter bubbles up in you that feels like it's coming from your toes. And as you get to the end of the hallway, you walk into that warm light and you'll find yourself in a scene of nature. And let it be whatever it is for you. It's beautiful. It's vibrant. It's full of life. What does that look like to you? You notice the animals that have come to greet you, and among them are rabbits. The rabbits have something to tell you about creating, about transformation. In this magical place, you become aware of seeds, of ideas and dreams planted or maybe forgotten in your deep subconscious, maybe dreams you forgot you even had. And you start getting clarity on ways that you can transform your life experience, where you can put your life force energy. Feel yourself fill up with the life force energy that is you, that is yours. In this beautiful place of imagination, you have one more messenger. It is the butterfly. The butterfly assures you that every time you come apart, if you will surrender to the process, you will come together again, and again, and again. And when you are ready, you will have your wings and you will soar. Again, again, and again. As we prepare to come back to the waking world, take a moment and look around. Allow your imagination to reveal to you the things that your soul desires, the love that you seek, the acceptance. Express your gratitude for the experience as we prepare to come back into the waking world. As you prepare to step back into the hallway of experiences, of endings that opened up to new beginnings, you see that all the doors are gone. They have all been transcended. The hallway is full of lights and beauty, and let your imagination create whatever your imagination wants to create that inspires joy within you and peace and love. deep breath as we prepare to come back into the waking world. And sigh it out. You can move your fingers and toes and open your eyes when you're ready. And again, just trusting that whatever you experienced is exactly right for you. Maybe you got a lot of experience, maybe you just felt a little experience. It's perfect. Excuse me. Bradley is going to pass the basket, and we're going to do another song. Yes, thank you for asking. There is a Venmo or PayPal QR code on the table up front. Words are hard for me now. Yes, that table up there. That one. There's a Venmo and QR code, and again, we do appreciate it. All goes towards the gathering and space. Reiki, thank you. Amy will be offering donation-based Reiki at the front as well. If you want to get in on that, see her. Then we've got some comfortable chairs for you to get some Reiki. Yes. In just a moment. I'm going to do a song, and I don't know if it's in the book. The voice of the grandmothers. I hear the voice of the grandmothers. Is it in there? Okay. And we'll see where we go from that. But again, I encourage you. Staying in your power means not controlling the room or getting everyone to see you and know you. It's not surrendering your own vibration to your surroundings. It's staying in your, thank you. It's staying in your frequency. Uh-oh. I have the last one is Where I Sit is Holy. We'll do that one then. We'll do Where I Sit is Holy. Yes, we will. We will do Where I Sit is Holy. Because that's what I said the other day. Where I sit is holy, what I do is holy, who I am is holy. And so are you, and you, and you, and you, too. And we always are. It's just about remembering that we are. Because we forget. We come into this world and get those 5 senses, and we forget about the one that brought us here to begin with. So we'll do a call and response. I'll sing first, and then you sing it back to me, because the song works really good for that. And if you want to sing both verses, like both call and response part, you can. So you repeat after me. Where I sit is holy, where I sit is holy, holy are we, holy are we. Let me get to my thing, sorry y'all. My brain is not allowing me to remember songs today, but I'll keep drumming. Here we go, we're going to do it again. Where I sit is holy, where I sit is holy, holy is the ground, holy is the ground. Forest, mountain, river, listen to the sound, listen to the sound. Great Spirit circles all around me. Great Spirit circles all around sit is holy, where I sit is holy, who I am is holy, who I am is holy, what I do is holy, what I do is holy, Great Spirit circles all around me. Great Spirit circles all around me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. My grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She says, wake up, wake up. She says, wake up, wake up. She says, listen, listen. She says, listen, listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She said, stand in your power, stand in your power, woman, stand in your power. Listen, 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 listen. And we'll slow down the drum, bring it to a stop. And again, express some gratitude to the instrument, whether it's a drum or a rattle. Thank you for playing with me. Tell your instrument playing. Thank you all for playing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. We will prepare to close the directions as we begin. As I do, I am going to pull a postcard from Spirit. All right. Just a moment. Actually, if you'll give me a moment, I had decided that I wanted to share something each week. Short. I'm doing research on a dissertation to obtain my PhD in parapsychology. And as I'm doing the research, it just get excited. And I love to teach and I love to learn. So I'm going to share each week just a little paragraph with you from this. Although shamans have appeared in some form in nearly every culture throughout history, we still know very little about their remarkable powers. What we have learned from our studies of shamanism is that at its core resides deep within the human psyche. North American shamanism is unique in that it has remained relatively untouched by any of the major world religions. This is not the case for the shamans of Europe, Asia, or Africa, where shamanism often takes on a Taoist, Christian, or Buddhist motif. In North America, however, shamanism has remained basically the same for thousands of years. The Native American form of shamanism, rooted deeply in nature and natural elements, is perhaps one of the most pure and powerful forms of shamanism in existence today. It has survived, perhaps barely, the onslaught of industrialized civilization and the persecution of church and state. We should protect these elusive and shy professionals as we do our most endangered species. They are the guardians of a rare but once powerful force in humankind. The forces they are able to tap, we little understand. So the things that you may experience that make you feel different. Maybe it's ancient. So just let your eyelids relax, and we will say thank you to our grandmothers, guardians of the East. Thank you, grandmothers, guardians of the South. Thank you, grandmothers, guardians of the West. And thank you, grandmothers, guardians of the North. Above Father Sky, below Mother Earth, and the Creator, the great mystery, the universal consciousness expressing through all that is, we thank you. We also, with very grateful hearts, receive this meal, this food, the soup and the bread, and anything else that will be offered. We receive it with grateful hearts, receiving it in its highest energy form, for the nourishment, the healing, and the restoration of our bodies, honoring its journey to this table. Uncle. And there will be light.
Whoa.
Yes.
And go.
Wake up, wake up.
Could ease y'all into that a little bit, huh?
Yeah, so, yes, let me turn off the recording. Make yourselves comfortable. There's soup and sourdough bread. It is potato soup. I think I already shared that.